Good day to everyone. Today we are going to discuss about this third lesson of business studies and accountancy, that is business organizations. In this video we are going to talk about partnerships, where we discussed sole proprietorship in last video. What is meant by partnership? By the name itself, it is clear that partnership means the relationship among two or more people who is conducting a business activity in order to earn profit in the future. So, the law related to the partnership is the Partnership Ordinance of 1890. If question asks what is the law related to the partnership, is the Partnership Ordinance of 1890. In here, the professions such as lawyers, auditors, doctors also conduct partnerships. In here, as I mentioned you before, partnership means a combination of two or more people. In here, so you can remember, sole proprietorship, the ownership is belong to only one person. But the partnership, the difference is ownership is belong to two or more people. Let's look at what are the characteristics of the partnership. I already told you the ownership is belong to more than two people or two people or more, and the maximum number of ownerships that can be have in the partnership is 20, no more than 20. If the owners are exceeding 20, they cannot continue their business as a partnership. So the minimum is 2 owners and the maximum is 20 owners. Where this is suggested, from where they mention that ownership is belong to this number of people. In the Companies Act number 7 of 2007, it clearly mentioned that the ownership should be belong to 2 to 20. So you should remember the number of members in the partnership is decided in the law of the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. Don't mix it up with the Partnership Ordinance of 1890. That is the law that is related to the entire partnership. But the number of partners is decided in the Companies Act number 7 of 2007. So don't mix it up. Clear? The law that is related to the partnership is the Partnership Ordinance of 1890. The number of members is decided in the Act of Companies Act of 2007. Companies Act number 7 of 2007. Don't mix it up. So I mentioned you before, one of the characteristics is number of partners. Then minimum is 2, maximum is 20. When we looking into the partnership agreement, my dear Nanglas and Mallas, you know that partnership agreement should be there. When partnership agreement should be there, if the partnership capital is exceeding 1,000 rupees, if the capital of the partnership, capital of that particular partnership is exceeding 1,000 rupees, that partnership must have an agreement. Agreement can be in terms of verbally, written terms or oral. Okay, agreement can be in 3 forms: oral, written and by oral, written and by implied. So there are 3. If your question asks what are the 3 ways that the partnership agreement can be exist, so you have to say written, verbally and implied. So don't forget that. If the question asks is it the only way of having partnership agreement is written form, that statement is incorrect, because partnership agreement can be in verbal, oral or implied. And I mentioned you before, partnership agreement should be there, written agreement should be there. I told you there are 3 methods of methods we can continue our partnerships, that is verbally, written and implied. The written agreement should be there if the partnership's capital is exceeding 1,000. Clear? If the partnership capital is exceeding 1,000, it is clear to have a written agreement. So at that point, if the capital is exceeding 1,000, partnership should have written agreement. It cannot have implied or oral agreement. If the capital is exceeding 1,000, partnership agreement must be in a written form. When the partnership agreement is in the written form, we call it as partnership deed. So don't mix these things. If the partnership capital is more than 1,000, it is must to have the agreement in written form. When the agreement is in the written form, we call it as the partnership deed. So don't mix it up. Then let's look at the other characteristics. Unlimited liability of the partners. In here you can remember in sole proprietorship also the liability is unlimited. It means if the partnership, if there is some kind of debts in the partnership, partners are liable to pay that debts from their personal money even. In sole proprietorship also same, and in the partnership also it's not changed, it's same. When there is any kind of debt, partners should liable to pay it from their personal debts if the money in the partnership is not enough. So liability is unlimited and not mandatory to register. You can remember, I hope you can remember, in the sole proprietorship is in sole proprietorship also the registration is not mandatory. In here also the registration is not mandatory if the partnership is continue with the full names of partners, but the partnership is different to the names of the partners, it should be registered. If the partnership is in the full names of the partners, it is not mandatory to register the partnership. But if the partnership is different to the partner's name, it is very much important to register. It is must to register the business, that partnership. From where we have to obtain the registration? I mentioned you that we have to obtain the registration from the provincial council, from the authorized officer to the register the business name. We have, if the partnership name is different to the partner's name, we have to obtain the registration from the provincial council, from the authorized officer for the business name registrations. Then no separate legal personality or no separate legal identity. In there also it is clear that in the sole proprietorship also the legal personality is not there. It means in front of the law this partnership is not considered as a separate legal party. It means if anyone want to file a case against the partnership, they have to use, that particular person has to use the names of the partners. They cannot file a case to the partnership name. All the bank loans and all acquisitions of property should be done to the partner's personal name, because it cannot be purchase properties or other machineries or things from the partnership name, as there are no legal personality. Then last, no continuous existence. It means in sole proprietorship also we told that if partner is died or there is a mental if there is a difficult mental conditions, the partner sole proprietorship should be closed. In here also, if one partner is die, or if one partner having a bad mental condition, the partnership is going to wind up. So no continuous existence. And here let's look at what are the advantages of partnership. I think now you can understand what is meant by partnership, what are the laws related to partnership, and what are their characteristics. Let's look at what are the advantages of partnerships. First one is convenient to commence. Since there is no lots of legal framework to go with this, partnerships can start very quickly. If few people agree to put money, if some of your friends agree to put money, you can very easily start a partnership. So one of the advantages is to commence. Then can raise more capital. Since there are more people, since there are 2 to 20 people, 2 to 20 partners, the amount of capital is can collect a high amount of capital. But in sole proprietorship, since there is only one partner, the capital amount is less compared to the capital amount of the partnerships. Then can utilize different skills. You know that different people have different type of skills. When the partnership also going on, it is clear that partnership there are different kind of skills coming under that. So it is easy to utilize the different kind of skills in order to success of the partnership. Then shared liability. It means if there is a sole proprietorship, owner should alongly bear the all the liabilities. But in here, since there are a few number of partners, partnership liability is divided among the partners. That is also one of the advantage. Then can take collective decisions. The accuracy of the decision making is high since there are lots of members, or since there are high amount of members in the organization. Let's look at what are the disadvantages of partnership. As each and every organization, each and everything in the world have both advantages and disadvantages. Partnership also have advantages as well as disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages? First one is unlimited liability. I told you, if there is any kind of debt, if there is some bank loans, or if there is there are creditors or something, that amount should be paid by the partners' personal money in case of if they are unable to fulfill or unable to pay that money through the partnership. Assume if the partnership went bankrupt and there are some amount of liability, then that liability should be paid by the partner's personal money. Clear? That is meant by unlimited liability. Then profits are going to share among the partners. We normally as people, we don't like to share our things. In here also, when the partnership earn profits should be shared among the partners. So the amount of profit received to us is relatively lower compared to the sole proprietorships. Then conflicts among the partners. When there are lots of partners, they have different kind of ideas, different kind of suggestions. So that what happened? People say, one member say this profit is good. One member say this is not enough. One member say we have to invest that project. One member say no, we have to invest another project. So ideas getting conflict. So partnerships, one of the disadvantages in partnership is conflicts among the partners. So as well as no continuous existence. As I mentioned you before, under the characteristics also I mentioned you, if one of the partner is died, or one of the partner is having bad mental condition, the partnership should be closed. So no continuous existence and no legal personality. I told you, if someone want to file a case against the partnership, it should be filed to the name of the partner. So in front of the law, partnership is not considered as a legal person. So it is one of the disadvantage that we can see in this partnership. So I hope that you are clear about what is meant by partnership, what are the law related to partnership, what are the characteristics of the partnership, and what is the law related to the number of partnerships, and the advantages and disadvantages of the partnership. So now I'm going to wind up my video. Thank you very much.